Welcome back to Steampunk Psyche Virgo. If you are a returning subscriber, you have my love. If you're brand new to the channel, I'm JT. Steampunk Psyche is where we talk about life, love, and relationships and all the things in between by way of the tarot. Do keep in mind that these are just general readings, so sometimes the major arcana and the minor arcana line out with us in our day-to-day grind. Sometimes they do not. Don't hate the reader. Anyway, I'm going to give you as many explanations of the cards that I can for your spread, okay? Do keep in mind that I always place haiku poems right before your reading starts, okay? I just feel like it's a really cool transition into the reading. Let me know in the comments. Let me know. All right. We're going to shuffle up and talk about your reading. Virgo, what is the question of the day? What do we need to know about life in general, about love in general, about your finances? Who's coming towards you? Who's falling away? What kind of new energies are existent in your presence? What kind of fortunes are you about to fall into here? All right. We are going to talk about this. Present energy, awesome. Crossing challenge again, cool. Foundation, ooh, we got some love. Recent past, possibilities. This is looking awesome. Near future, we're going to talk about the self. We're going to talk about the environment. Somebody's manifesting some love, hopes, fears, wishes, and worries. Outcome and the direction. Virgo, this looks like a very cool reading. Hey, while I'm checking out these cards, here are your brand new poems from Haiku Corner. And when I get back, we're going to talk about this love session. All right, Virgo, here comes the sun, do-do-do-do. Here comes the sun, I see. I love the Beatles. I like George Harrison. Maybe you guys like the Beatles too. Maybe not. Uh, that is a good song. And this is all about joy. This is what it made me think of. Hey, put in the comments what your favorite song is, okay? If about the Beatles, all right? If you're down with the Beatles. Anyway, everybody loves the Beatles. I mean, they've had their time, right? But some of them songs are just all right. We're going to talk about this energy. You got the sun in your present energy, okay? So somebody here, and this may not apply to everybody, not everybody is in that uppity beat, sometimes, but I feel like this is the underlying energy. Okay, we're going to talk about this. It does have a little bit of teeth to it, but it's okay. I got you, baby girl. And I said baby girl because we are talking about a feminine energy here right off the bat. So if you're cross watching, pay attention, masculines. Okay. Um, Look, this is all about opening up with seeing something, okay, or someone clearly, and this is bringing that kind of energy into you. Okay, someone's been a little quiet, right? And they're liking your posts again. We do got the Six of Cups, a little bit of nostalgia. I told you there's some love involved in this. We do got this Page of Wands energy. Somebody could be younger than you, doesn't have to be, but I feel like it doesn't have to be the young person, but it could be somebody from your past. All right, we got this masculine energy. It's got, I don't know, I'm thinking like brown, maybe hazel eyes. I don't know, but they're showing up consistently. For some of you, that's in your DMs. It could already be taking place, right? But this is that text that feels like a green light instead of a puzzle. You know what I'm saying? This has got that kind of energy, for the feminine energy, it's no more pretending she's fine, right? And she finally gonna tell you what she thinks. I'm in that kind of mood, right? It's a For some of you, this could just look like a work opportunity or something like that. That's going to land in your lap. Okay. Somebody's noticing your talent. This is all about blow. This is blow. Uh, nix that. It's all about blowing up. Sorry, but family member, somebody like that, apologizing, for something that they never acknowledged. This has that. It's just it's getting back that energy that you put in. Okay, you're feeling physically lighter. Maybe you're sleeping better, laughing a little more. You know, I don't know. I don't have to chase clarity with this card. I'm attracting it. Okay. I don't know. For some of you, this is about that situationship that finally is about to define itself. We're talking about the sun energy, joy, happy, peace, love. Fire signs, Aries, Leo, Sagittarius, any of those. Doesn't have to be, but could be, okay? But I feel like somebody's watching you. They're maybe about to respond faster. Maybe they have been. We do got this Six of Wands energy there. Somebody is showing up in a way. I don't know. I don't know. Maybe you might be aware of it. Maybe you're not. I don't know. But it's got, this is going to be honesty over guessing. All right. It's going to clear things up. I'm going to talk about that. We got this challenge card, your crossing challenge, the Page of Wands here. Virgo, this is, I'm going to be soft again, right? Like I said from the very beginning, take some of the stuff with a grain of glitter. This is about someone's inconsistency, maybe rooted in a little bit of fear. I don't think it's from disinterest here. Okay. We're talking about this Six of Cups. We're talking about your recent past. I'm going to get to it, but the challenge here is dealing with someone who's maybe excited about you, but fucking terrified of messing something up. And now, this could have been a past relationship that you were in, a past lover, past friend, somebody from the friend group. I'm not sure. I do got that Six of Wands energy, so maybe I don't know. Maybe somebody you knew. Yeah, maybe I'm not sure. Just take what fits. But I'm saying, yeah, it's got like hot and cold texting patterns. They're typing, they're deleting, they're typing, they're deleting, everything like that. But they're watching you because I don't know. Maybe they might be avoiding some kind of a deep conversation. They want you, but they're fearing kind of a rejection here from you. I'm not sure. Take what it fits. Look, we both have a balance of both masculine and feminine, so this could be both. Roles could be reversed. Okay. So I can be talking about the male. I can be talking about the female. He, she, they. We don't leave anybody out. Um, but I want to impress you. Okay. I want to impress you, but I'm scared. Maybe you might have other options now. Okay. So I'm overthinking every damn message that I'm about to send. Some of them I'm not going to send because I just am in that place of mind I don't want to look like I'm stalking, right? I don't want to scare you. I'm nervous. I'm excited. I'm impulsive. I'm cautious. I'm curious. I'm observant. All that shit at the same damn time. Yes, I did just voice that fast because that's exactly the energy I'm feeling. It's so quick and impulsive, and it's got Page of Wands is fire. Let's face it. You know what I mean? If this is a younger person, the lower chakra region for damn sure. All right, but I'm just saying, and I don't mean that in a perverted way. Maybe a little bit of perverted way, but that's the masculine. That's that. It's flirty, right? Hey, anyway. So now we're talking about this next card, the Six of Cups, the Foundation card. This is where this isn't about maybe that ex returning. I think it's about more memory here, maybe a pattern or a person. I don't know. Maybe this is about how something reshaped what you feel about the word LOVE, right? I prefer to use I like you very much and we'll see how it goes. But I'm just saying this is all about the nostalgia, right? Maybe you dream of someone you haven't spoke to in years. Some of you could have, right? Maybe a childhood friend going to reach out, something like that. Some reconnection here. I don't know. Something feels really safe in this card. It could be talking about healing old wounds, around abandonment scenarios. And like I said, I don't want to sprinkle any kind of a negativity on anything, but it's always important that we understand about what's in our foundation. The subconscious mind, right? Things that creep up on us. But this could also look like maybe you realize you've been choosing partners who kind of remind you of someone from your past. Mm. I don't know how many of you think like that. Does this person remind me of that? I don't know. I don't know if I do that or not. Maybe I did at one time. I don't think I consciously knew that. Maybe subconsciously that was taking place. But anyway, it's got karmic cycles ending, that type of energy. Okay. Maybe there's an old photo or something you went across, right? Kind of triggers you into some kind of a clarity moment. I don't know. Someone who once held back, I feel like may be regretting it. And the reason I say that is because we're moving on into the recent past, and we got this Seven of Pentacles energy. What's this talking about? Well, it's kind of like ripping the band-aid off of an old bruise once again. So I'm saying it's I think you've been evaluating who's worth your time here, you know, who's worth your energy, who has, I don't know, who can I emotionally invest in, right? I feel like you've been patient. This is the patient card, maybe a little too patient with, some. Maybe they showed potential, but I don't know, not really any progress. You plant the seed, you invest in it, you're watching it grow. For some of you, that could be, like a small business or something like that. For others, it could be like, a YouTube channel or some kind of, I don't know, some a side job or side hustles, things like that. You know what I mean? You just kind of being patient, waiting for something to grow up, whether that's emotionally or with money or opportunity. Questioning. I don't know. Was I asking too much? Pulling back maybe to kind of protect your peace. Those kinds of questions, just human questions, right? Started to notice patterns. Instead of I don't know. For some of you, it might have been promises, right? But this is the time where I don't know. Maybe I feel like you just kind of stopped with the overgiving, right? No more of that emotional labor. It's intensive, right? And so this is that like the time when you start tracking your finances and your the way you've been thinking about things. Recognizing your worth, those types of things, right? So it's got the need for a new, emotional path and a career path all involved with this. Okay, I feel like someone realizes they didn't match your effort, and they feel it now. Okay, here's the reason why. We got the Six of Wands, victory. You know, um, Six of Wands energy is, hey, I'm dancing to the music. For some reason, I got some old '70s songs in my damn mind. Wow, dance to the music. Y'all might know, you might not, but anyway, this is all about recognition. It's validation. It's being chosen. For some of you, it's you maybe blowing up on your social media channel, right, or whatever socials you're on. But this could also represent that person finally stepping up, okay, and recognizing who you are. Someone's going to post, or tag you publicly. They want you to see this, okay? So the masculine energy in this is like, I'm going to show you off. Whether it may be in a way that's very subtle. So if you're the feminine watching this in the masculine, you're curious about, pay attention to that because this looks like that, a photo that you. I don't know. I'm just going to say it. Maybe you was doing a little thirst trap. You was feeling good, right, in the glow up stage. So maybe there's a little thirst trap picture there that this person is going to comment on, but you posted it like 8 months ago, right? Those are those types of synchronicities. Just keep your eye open. I'm just saying, but so if you're the masculine looking, the feminine energy is about maybe bragging, to her friends or something like that. So just kind of keep that in mind. But this could look like a promotion or public praise. People, like I said, you know, you could have just won something or winning something or entering into some kind of contest. This is all about lottery, opportunity. Anyway, I don't know. Maybe you're just admired way more than you realize. That kind of seems more fitting because we do got that Seven of Wands energy over here. We're going to talk about that, and the Seven of Swords. So it's like two sevens, 777. Good numbers, right? Look, you walk into a room and someone lights the hell up. That's what I'm saying. You're chosen over any competition. That's what this card is saying. Somebody's proud of you, and they want people to know you're connected. And I think they want them to know you're connected to them. So anyway, we're going to talk about this near future. Libra energy. You could be dealing with a Libra here. Don't have to be, but we got justice. What's going to balance out? This is the truth coming out. That could balance everything, right? This is the year I think someone's going to tell you the truth that they've been holding back. This might be the year you hear, the first time ever, like, I think you're my soulmate. I think you are my twin flame. I think, and that confession is all about feelings, right? And the confession is all part of the justice. Someone telling you, hey, this is why I pulled away. For others, it could look like that third party situation that finally is going to, get exposed. Somebody's been causing trouble at work. Somebody's been, stepping in and out of your traffic circle. Somebody's been, either way, this is like, learning about somebody on your social media or something, like that. But for others, this could be very well talking about like a legal matter, financial matter, or something. But I feel like it's going to resolve in your favor here. Okay. This is that the karmic cycle ends. That's kind of the generic form of this, but it's like, I don't know, someone could very well apologize to you, okay, and have that sincerity backed backing it up. So that's how you receive that justice in this situation. All right, like I said, it could be contractor agreement, something becoming official, but this is all about the clarity of probably someone's intentions here, more than likely. Okay, it's like you're seeing someone's true character, whether that be good or bad, but that's what justice represents. They can't hide it anymore. So for some of you, you'll recognize it by their guilt, right? Or the longing is going to show up, whether that's in their text or whether that's face to face. Finally, okay, you're about to get it. You about to get it, Virgo. All right, we're talking about the Seven of Swords here in this self energy. Why is this self energy the Seven of Swords? Okay, this is because you're protecting your heart, and I understand why. Right, we all do. You've been burned before. You've been hurt, a little paranoid, a little cautious. You're reading your energy is around you. Um, some of you may be a little overthinking. Doesn't have to be. Okay, so this has that energy like I'm gonna kind of keep my shit quiet. I'm gonna let my plans be a little bit private. I'm not gonna trust words without actions anymore. So, you might be observing someone's patterns at this time, right? Especially if it's that person resurfacing again. I'm not gonna give full access, until somebody earns it. So it's kind of like you watching them, right? Maybe it's the other way around. It could be like cutting off, all the energy vampires, right? Um, I don't know. It's just got, I don't know, healing trust issues, right? You're smarter than you were in the past. We all know we live, we learn, we grow from that. Okay, so I don't think you're hiding. You're just, you're very discerning with this type of energy. Okay, let's look at the environment. We got the Magician. Either you or somebody else is manifesting each other. All right, someone around you is. I don't know. I think they're manifesting you intentionally. Okay, this is somebody knows exactly what they want here. All right, it's you. They're visualizing the conversations with you. They rehearse everything they say. This is the person trying to manifest that second chance. Okay, I want to impress you. Look, I've got my finances in order, or I'm working on it. Right, you can see that, and I think, if you're watching their social media, it's you're checking out for that timing, right? You know, are they really doing what they're saying they're doing? Are they planning that move towards you? Are they aligning with your life? That hopefully they're trying to match it. You know, removing obstacles out of the way, preparing to show up. In a totally different type of way here. Okay, this is all about intentionality here. So I don't feel like this is impulsive at all. And it's a beautiful thing because, like I said, in the time this is taking, it's got that push pull retreat energy. When is this going to manifest? When is this coming? This is the kicker, right? You want connection, but you fear like losing yourself again. So you're just protecting your peace with this card. Hopes, fears, wishes, and worries. We're talking about this Seven of Wands energy. It's all about afraid of choosing wrong again, right? You want someone that's going to show up, it's going to meet you halfway. So you've got the tendency to be a little vulnerable, about the things you're scared of. I need emotional safety here. I don't want to be misunderstood anymore. But this card does also have, it's got the I'm going to protect. It has I'm going to step up. I'm going to fight for you. I'm going to be the strong one here. This is all about reciprocity too. Okay. And the human behavior in this is, I feel like you might be learning again to like let somebody in slowly, but intentionally. Like I said, there is definite intention in this card. Let's talk about this. We're going to move on to another good pots. Six of Pentacles, right? You've got somebody in your mixed here who's loyal, devoted. I'm thinking of the the spirit animal, the dog here, the wolf. This has got that protective energy. Okay, it's reciprocity. Give and take, generosity, emotional balance. That someone's showing up with consistency here. Okay, this is the outcome and direction. Six of Pentacles talks about your finances, everything coming into order, coming into balance. This partner becoming more generous with their time, their affection. I don't know. Yeah, it's definitely got loyalty. Okay, and this is all about nurturing a connection here, right? Whether that's financial support, or whether that's you know um, getting a debt paid off or something like that. Someone, I don't know, somebody giving you their time without excuses anymore. So it's got emotional safety in it as well. I value you. I'm not here to use you up. I'm here to show up. I'm here to stay. I'm here to give. That's what this energy is saying to me. Virgo, someone held back. I think they're about to step forward with some serious honesty, okay? You've already showed that you've healed, childhood wounds. I don't know. I just feel like you're finally ready to receive this kind of love. This you've been putting in the effort, For some of you, this could have been for years, or who cares? I don't know. It's all about your confidence rising, right? It's about becoming way more aligned, emotionally intelligent. I feel like you're going to stop guessing. This is all about getting the truth, and all this is going to, it's going to bring somebody closer into your mix here. Virgo, it's a beautiful reading. I appreciate the cards. I mean, to me, it's like I got this feeling like somebody's just kind of been hanging on there. They kind of know intuitively, but they're not really quite ready to let go. Let me know in the comments. Just say I'm going to let go. You know what I mean? Just confirm it. Whether or not you were manifesting or this person, I think you both want the same things. If this was a person from the past, claim it. Claim it. Claim it right here on Steampunk Psyche. Anyway, I love you so very much, Virgo. I appreciate you for being here. I'll leave last week's reading here. It may resonate if you're cross watching. Anyway, I love you, I respect you, and I hope I get to see you on the next readings, okay? All right, bye bye.